Welcome back to Feed the Beast Monster. I'm CG Survivor, and today we are going to be taking a look at AE fluid storage, applied energistic storage of fluid added by extracells. But first, as you can see in front of me, I have Spounge. And as you probably know, Spounge doesn't exist. Now it's one thing making Spounge, but automatically making it, that's even better. So let me explain how this is done. Now, this sponge making, I do believe, is added by the mod Flat Signs, which uses sponge in one of its crafting recipes, and also allows you to edit signs. So, basically, let me explain what I've got set up here. Now, if you drop yellow wool into water, you have to personally, or you have to use something that imitates a player. For example, an item dropper from open blocks, and drop it into water, it will turn into sponge. So yellow wool equals sponge. But then things got a bit tricky in that the hopper would suck it up before it before it got turned into sponge, and that's where the grated hopper comes in from Hauppauge. Basically a hopper with a built-in filter, so it only allows in sponge. And the rest was simple, into an ME interface. So I had the top in ME interface ejected into an item dropper. Then here I have an iron AND gate, which is set to items in inventory and redstone signal, and redstone signal off, redstone signal, so both have to be on. But as soon as both come on, redstone signal is turned off, meaning that there's a redstone signal, so the off state is false, turning off the thing and making a continuous clock. So I'll show you it in action if I request some sponge from my AE system. So sponge, and this is yellow wool, so let's get 10 more. Quickly over here, you can see it falling in, and I think it's already done. Yeah, I think it's done. Let's have a look. It's pretty quick. Yep, 10 sponge, and that can go with the rest of them. And it's just something I found out, and it allows you to, I think, let's see, if I take some sponge now, I do believe there's a sponge wipe as well. Let's have a look. Let's make that a bit more sponge. Ah yes, sponge wipe. Yeah, Flat Signs adds it. That was correct, which does exactly the same thing as the sponge does, which I'll show you now. And oh man, oh yeah, another thing, the mod pack got updated. How could I forget that? It's at version 1.1.1, which fixed the Project Red lag. Now I don't know whether this is something else that's causing this mild lag that I'm getting again. Might be to do with all this infrastructure I'm beginning to build up. Yeah, I moved the tree things and all that and set up these. Yeah, these are just basically farms. These are pretty simple, similar to the first one, that I'm just going to be setting up off camera whilst I wait. Now, I do believe that to edit with these, you right click, yes, but it uses up the sponge. Now with the sponge wipes, I think it has like durability or something along those lines, but that's that. So what we want to do is move on to the ME fluid storage, allowing me to store some of this glorious sludge and also crafting with fluid, because as of now I'm just letting the sludge destroy itself, because these machines will keep running even when they're full on sludge, which is good, but sludge can be turned into some very useful things. I've just got some basic stacking of these, flying around pretty fast, and I just put a hollow spruce cover to cover up this so it all looks nice and neat. I just need to get some, oh I forgot what they're called now, from Buildcraft facades of spruce to hide that pipe there, and then we should be good to go. So let's get on to our fluid storage and then onto fluid crafting. Right, so I've been having a look at everything to do with extracells, trying to figure out how everything works, and I also had a look at a tutorial video on the Feed the Beast wiki on extracells, and it's a beautiful video for the first time you're using extracells. It explains everything in so much detail. So let's get started. So I crafted one of these things already, the crafting chamber, which we're not going to need for now. What we're going to need is the, let's see, we're going to need the storage cells, and I decided to go straight to the big ones because hell, why not? Now yeah, I have enough. I have enough of everything, I do believe. This costs a lot of diamonds, but I've got plenty of diamonds at the moment. I say that, it'll be gone shortly. I'll have to turn back on that quarry. I turned it off because something to do with lag. I wanted to just try and see if that was the lag. I'm not too sure. Oh, right, a nether quartz. Oh. One moment. And with that, here is our storage cell. So now we have that, we can go back to the mod. Extracells. Okay, you're gonna scroll down or something? Please? Maybe? Okay. Right, I'll try the old way. Yep. Right, that'll work. Let's see. So we're gonna need the fluid terminal. So let's see, fluid terminal. This allows us to see our fluids. We're gonna need another drive actually. No, what they called? Yeah, it is a drive. Did I not program it in? Okay, maybe not. Let's program that in the right thing. And also apparently I do not have an access terminal encoded. Okay, quick drive. So I need a drive and the terminal. So now that we have that, let's see, where's my portal gun? Oh, I also made a fortune free flux pickaxe because why not? I can, so why not? So you can sit there. My collection of tools is looking a bit more, I don't know, but anyway, I can actually get rid of those two. Pretty much tidier inventory. I'll go sort those two out in the future. Well, after this episode, hopefully, or in a cut, I don't know. Let's get back to where I was. And with the portal gun, we move our chests. Okay, and drop you. Now, can I do this? Okay, a bit too complex. Oh man, not what I wanted to do exactly. That's not nice, but yep, everything is up, and this fluid terminal, as of now, does nothing because I ain't got any fluids. So I think first of all, let's start off with a simple one, and that'll be the water, because I've got an idea of using extracells. I have to put cells in because we got extra utilities as well, haven't we, in this mod pack, using the ME fluid transition plane. Did I code that in? Oh yes, I did. And I also encoded the interface, which is very good with this mod. Oh no, also there's a walrus, because why not? Like, how do you... walrus. I don't know how you turn fish into walrus. I'm sure walrus like eating fish. Are you like stuck on something? Oh, transition plane. I'm learning all these things I never taught my system how to craft. Let's see. Crafty episode. Let's hopefully we can get round to some more productive, and I'll have to sort out that in the future because that's just annoying. Let's see. So fluid transition plane. So let me get something set up so I can show you how the fluid thing works. Right, so let's have a look at the concept behind what I'm gonna do. So here is the fluid terminal. Now you can insert and extract fluids by putting them into that slot. We'll empty it. Then to fill, you select a liquid from here. Currently I only have water, so that's the one that's currently selected. Put your fluid containing item in there, and out you get your fluid containing item. There is a bug with this where it'll create a ghost item. Just click it and it'll disappear. Now remember, liquids will only go into the represented fluid container, so you can't put certain liquids in certain containers. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Sorry. You'll know what I mean, some of you, and if you get messing around with this, you'll soon learn. So let's put this into a more automized way. Over here I have a quick little setup. So here I have a liquid transfer node from Extra Utilities, just because this can be upgraded, meaning that I can power all my basis fluid in my applied energistics system, which means lots of compactation of all my builds. Plus I don't have to run fluid, so liquid pipes and ME pipes separate, plus I don't have to liquid tesseract back all my fluids to here, there and everywhere. They can just run along my pipes, which I can only see good things happening from that. So enough yabba, let's explain how it works. So here I have a fluid emitter, which works just like an item emitter, except for based on how much fluid you have. And I have the transfer node going into an ME fluid interface. Now you can configure the side, so you've got north, east, south, west, up and down, to have a specific fluid that it outputs. So all 6 sides can be used to output fluids and specific types for whatever you need. It all depends on what you're trying to do. Plus any side will let you inject any fluids, which is very nice for inputting fluids from some sort of system that produces it. For example, a refinery turning oil into fuel. So here we have this fluid level emitter currently turned on. As for, it's asked to hold 50,000 millibuckets, which is 50 buckets, because 1,000 millibuckets is a bucket, and you hold shift and it'll increase all these values, so it's a less clicky and more get straight to where you want, just holding shift. I don't know why you want to add 1 millibucket, that's for some very precise system. So if we upgrade this to, well, increase this to 60,000, this thing should turn off and fluid should start flowing into here. And then we come over to this terminal. Water should be increasing. Let me just try breaking this and replacing it maybe. I'm sure this works with fluids because it was working before I started, so I got those fluids in. But why isn't it working now? If this doesn't fix it, I'm gonna have to spend some time having a look why it won't work. And I'm picking up a bit of lag again from messing around with all this. Right, fluid is flowing in. So once that fluid reaches 70,000, it should stop increasing. As by that, then if I put a bucket in, well, oh, that won't work. I need some way to destroy this liquid. Give me a second. It's water. Just put water inside of water. Totally makes logical sense. So if I put this fluid in here, it turns back on. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't working the other time. It must be due to switching the thing around and so on and so forth. Well, as you can see, it refilled and then turned off, which means I can make sure that I don't overflow on liquids, which means good thing. Now, as for that fluid transfer node, you can't control it with the redstone, plus it doesn't like working with infinite fluid sources, so I'll just put it here for quick depositing of liquids. I'll probably put some glass or something around it. I'll make it so liquids can't go everywhere. So now to put this theory, well, yeah, theory into test, the theory behind how this is going to work into practice with some automated systems. So let's go. So this is what I'm planning. I'm planning to use 3 magma crucibles, name completely escaped me there, to produce ender, redstone and glowstone in their molten forms, and then I will use the normal crafting recipes from NEI, okay, I'm losing plot here, from Applied Energistics to automatically input into a, what they called, fluid transposer, the corresponding item. So if I want a bucket of glowstone, it'll just put in a bucket. If I want the infused pipes, the pipes that send them dead fast, names are really escaping me now, then I'll do that. So there's my theory. Now I'm going to build it and then you can have a look. Right, so last thing we gotta do before the fluid production is set. So in these level emitters I have set 10 buckets of each, so glowstone, ender and redstone. So in here I've got to put the corresponding one, and I've set these up so active without signal, so once this surpasses that level it turns on, turning these off because it receives a signal. So glowstone, and it turns on, ender, and oh wait, you have to move a bit to get to this one, redstone. Now you just click on here with your bucket full of the liquid you want and it works. So we should, in theory, if I can turn on my jetpack, be producing each of these. Now behind those signs I think I'll remove them now. That was just so I knew what I was doing, and lag spike. Sorry about that, cough. You can see what they are. Magna crucible, the melting, yeah, melting. So we'll come down here and we'll have a look. So we've currently got that much of each, so let's put these away. Let's return these bucketfuls of each, which is good. So now we have, well, we've nearly completed all of these, so let's see if they turn off once they reach this amount. Now I do believe that these will stockpile inside of them, so to speak, so they'll fill up on the inside, so the buffer will go past that 10 buckets, and we'll get a bit extra. So shortly these should turn off, in theory. Look, how close are we now? Energized glowstone has turned off, I hope. So you should not be getting any more. No, you're not. Let's check the ender. You're not getting any more. And redstone. Oh no, glowstone. Wait, glowstone. I got these mixed up. Wait, what? Redstone? Yeah. Oh, I've put them back to front. Oh, it doesn't matter, it still works, right? Oh, you're set to the wrong thing. Change you. I can't believe I've done that. Right, so I'll sort this out and then we will set up the auto crafting of the items we want. So here we're going to quickly set up what I'm planning on doing. So we want to put on our our 3 fluid transposers, and we want to configure these to be how we want them. So on the bottom, I think I'm going to go with the fluid import. if I can actually click on the right thing. Can I rotate them? Yes. So fluid import will go along the bottom, and we'll change this so that, let's change the configs. So the bottom will be fluid, and the left side will be right side will be items going in, left side will be items going out. Then we want our basic import bus, so we'll import anything, but you can't click on it, or you can place on it, like so. No, actually, there I want it to go. Then we need to connect this up somehow. I'll just quickly connect this up. I'll have to tidy this up in the future. I may have to change from this connected textures stuff, due to I don't believe there's facades for this stuff, and I very much doubt that it'll actually perform connected textures. So now that we have that, I have this set to push that way, and so like this. Let's just add the basic import buses to these. Let's change the configs on these to just be nothing for now. I'm getting a bit of lag again, so it disappears quickly. And then we put our energized glowstone. Now I'm telling it to craft with one bucket, one energized glowstone. So inside of here, once I tell it that you craft, I'll have to connect that up as well. Tell it to which one? This one, with you'll export glowstone. So this should be filling up now, hopefully. Yep, that's filling up with glowstone. So in theory, if I come over to here, just quickly, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do that, empty those out, and put this in here. And if I ask for glowstone bucket 2, I should, in theory, get 2 glowstone buckets by the machine putting them in here, hopefully. Oh, and most important thing for these machines, a source of power might help. We'll just wrangle it over here. This place is looking like a mess. I'm thinking I'm gonna get, oh come on, I need one more redstone energy conduit. Is the one that I can nab, that I don't care about really. Yeah, this one here. Thank you. I think I'm going to change over from this biofuel and go with something a bit more high tech. Well, something from the generators. Like I have that Never Star generator, maybe potions or ender or TNT, maybe. And I'm thinking of an industrial craft. I might just change the power to be a bit more green. Not green as in eco, the other green. So yeah, that might be next episode. Or I might change over this power or nuclear power. Yeah, that's it. I'm either going nuclear or generator. Can't decide which one I want to do next, but yeah. So that's what I'm going to do in the future. So I should have these 2 glowstone buckets in the system. Correct. Now there's one more thing that I want to do. It's sort of related to this. Well, actually, no. Wait, no, I can't do that yet, actually. Sorry about that. That's something I'll have to do in the future. So you've just seen how this will work. So I'll just replicate this, put all the stuff into the other ones, add all the crafting recipes, and we'll be good to go. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Stay well and survive forever.